Hey everyone, Shaedow here, and welcome to another Marvel Contest of Champions video. So in this video, we're going through the first quest of Chapter 1 in Ultron's Assault, the variant difficulty. Now, you may have noticed that this is not my first pass through here, and I'll tell you a little bit later why that is, but the first fight here is against this Hyperion, and this path is a power gain path, so he has double power gain. So I chose a 4-star Gwenpool because she's the only one that I have that's awakened. Now, her awakened ability means she will not die to a special attack. So my thought process here is that I'll be doing a lot of damage to him. I'll be trying to bait out his specials. You know, I was able to bait out that special just fine, but for the times where I'm not able to bait the special out, I'll be able to survive, you know, 1 or 2 L3s. And when she gets really, really low in health, I'm thinking, okay, I'll be able to just play keep away as much as possible to avoid getting killed. So like you saw there, wasn't able to bait out his special 3. Bait out his special. So he fired off a special 3, but she survived it. Now here he is again. Now he's throwing his heavy, so I already know what's likely to happen. So I just go in and try to do as much damage as possible. You see the weakness debuff. I did change my mastery, so I put on Inequity and Resonate, which is why you see the weakness debuff. And as you can see, I just took a second special 3 from this Hyperion. I hate fighting Hyperion. And on a power gain node as well, very annoying. But so far, we're doing okay. I believe at this point, I'll be able to take 1 more special 3, and after that, I won't even be able to take a blocked hit. And at that point, it's really just about doing as much damage as possible. And I wasn't really going for a one-shot here. I just wanted to hurt him as much as possible so we can get him down. There's not that many fights on the power gain path. All right, so here we have another special 3. And again, she cannot die to a special. So at this point, I can't take a blocked hit, really. So I'm just trying to do as much damage and keep away from him as possible, but he caught me. Now, I was upset about that because you see my power bar? I actually was spamming my special 1. And he got his special 1 before I got my special 1. But all I was doing was spamming my special 1 at that point. And instead of it firing off the special, it just stood there. He got his special, took me out. So I'm like, okay, you know, I tried to take a little bit. Now I'm going in here with Killmonger. Now I brought Killmonger in here for synergy purposes. You know, I have my 6-star Winter Soldier. Now this 4-star Killmonger, even though he's here for synergies, he is a beast. And I'm just basically trying to get as much damage as possible done to this Hyperion before he takes me out. Now, the other thing on this path, besides the power gain, is that you also have a special Power Lock 1. So, as you see, I'm only able to generate 1 bar of power. So, if you're thinking, why doesn't he fire off that special 2, get the invulnerability, and be able to tank a special 3, yeah, that would work, except for that lock on your power. So I basically had to just continue to bait out specials. So far, he's throwing his specials very nicely. He doesn't always play this nice. You guys saw the last time I had to tank 3 of them. But in this fight, he's throwing his specials. And look at that. He almost hit that special 3. Now, at any moment, I'm expecting to go down to a special 3. I was not expecting to take him out, but I did. Killmonger actually took him out. So I'm happy at this point. Now, before this fight, before this recording, I tried this Hyperion a few times and restarted. So I hate that Hyperion. But I'm glad that he's the first fight. So if that fight doesn't go well, just back out it's not worth it to wipe, you know, over and over again on that Hyperion. You know, get a good attempt in before you continue. All right, so this fight here, again, it's power gain and that special lock. So Killmonger, I'm thinking, is a pretty decent counter to Mordo, but that power gain, you'll see what happens to me against this Mordo. But while we're fighting, let me tell you why this is not the first path or even the second path that I've done for this recording. So I recorded my first path through. When I got to the end, finished the entire path, finished the final boss, I stopped the recording, waited, and it actually errored out. Now, if you know anything about the iOS recorder, when it generates an error, that's it. Your entire recording, gone. It has nowhere to save it. It doesn't give you an option. It doesn't tell you, hey, you ran out of space, you know, I'll hold it in memory while you try to fix the problem. It doesn't give you a retry option, nothing. It just fails, and everything that you did and recorded is gone. So that is what happened to my very first initial clear. So I just went ahead, finished the entire Ultron's assault, and this time I would record bits and pieces and, you know, frequently save it. I actually went through, cleared out a lot of photos and other videos that I had still saved on the storage on this iPad. And so I was able to record the other chapters, you know, pretty well. Then once I had done all of that, I came back and tried to record my second path through. And I had a problem with that. I actually recorded, you know, I went maybe a few fights in and then stopped the recording and it errored out. And I'm like, are you serious? Are you kidding me? What is going on? So I went ahead and finished that path. Then I tried it again on my next attempt through. Went all the way through, got pretty deep in, and then it errored out once more. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm not going to deal with this. So I finished that path, and I think I finally figured out what was happening in at least a couple of the cases. So the first time it failed, I believe that was just because of space. Space had run out on my iPad, and I just didn't realize it. The other times, since I was so nervous about the recording, what I would do is, before it actually saved it, I would switch out and go check to make sure that it was saved. Well, it doesn't seem to like that. And so I think that's what was causing it to error out. Now, something else that I do, I usually turn off notifications, so it will pop up a notification when you finish recording. When the recording is done and it's saved, it'll pop up a notification. But because I usually have the nighttime mode, you know, notifications off, I don't get that. So I have to switch out to check it or pull it down, and I don't think it really likes that sort of thing. So I believe that's what was going on with the other recordings, because I had space then. But I turned off notifications for everything, turned off that night mode or do not disturb mode rather. And so I was able to get the notification. So this time when I stop it, I just wait till I get the notification, and then I'll start up the next recording, and so far that has been working just fine. So that's what happened, and that's why this is not the first or even the second path that I've done. But in any case, you notice that I was able to get Mordo down eventually. He took out a few of my guys. Very annoying fight. And I'm fighting here with my 6-star Winter Soldier. Now, when I pulled this 6-star Winter Soldier, I told everybody that I actually was happy and he's actually pretty good. This is why I brought Killmonger. Now, I only have a 4-star. So, with every combo hit, this Winter Soldier gains 2% more attack, up to a maximum of 100 hits. Now, if I had the 5 or 6-star Killmonger, that percentage is higher. But even with just the 4-star, as you can see, this Winter Soldier is still putting in that work. And down goes that Yondu. Now, I took a little detour. That Yondu, as you may have seen, I can't remember now if I showed you the node, but that's no longer the power gain. As you see, I went to the right. The cable and the ghost, those are power gains still. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to come back in here, and when I do this again, I'll deal with that. But for this one, I wanted to make a little detour. And there's no power gain. I needed a break from the power gain, honestly. Okay, there we go. So we have the Enhanced Special 1, Unblockable. So very easy if you know how to evade Yondu's Special 1. So now I'm thinking, okay, I know how to fight Bishop. But this fight didn't go quite according to plan. Normally, I fight Bishop with Spider-Man Stark Enhanced. But Bishop can be really, really nasty. And as you see with the node, he's gaining power every time I block those hits. And so that Special 1 is doing some work. Even though I can avoid the unblockable, and you saw that I was able to evade part of it, but not enough. So I was like, okay, because I didn't realize how he was gaining power at first. I read the node, but I didn't, it didn't register. And so I'm looking here and I'm like, okay, do I want to bring in Gambit to this? And I'm like, no, I don't want to deal with that. Instead, I'll go ahead and revive. Now, to date, I have not had to spend any units getting this variant stuff done. Full completion, no units, just out of my stash. I did open up a bunch of free uncollected crystals. I still have like 300 of them left. And that's where I got a few of those revives there. Now, you'll notice that Bishop's Special 1 is unblockable, but as long as you can evade the first part of his attack, like that part right there, you can block the rest. But because of the node, when he's blocking, when you're blocking, he's gaining power. So you saw in my first attempt, he was getting his Special 1 quite often. And that's why. I don't like pushing him to his L2 because I'm not confident in evading that Special 2. In fact, I can't evade it completely. I evade a portion of it, and then I evade the last part. So I block that first part, and then I evade the last part of it. And as you see, Archangel was able to finish off that Bishop. I love my Archangel. I never regretted taking him to rank 4, even unawakened. And so when I recently awakened him, it just made him all the better. Now, this next fight, this Emma Frost, she is power reserve and so annoying. All right, so take a look at her nodes. She's got a power gain and power reserve. So anybody who has fought this Emma knows how much of a pain she is. But I'm going to show you guys a nice way of dealing with her if you have Gambit. This is why I brought Gambit in. So all I'm doing right here is trying to get to Gambit's Special 1. All right, so that's all you need to do. You need to at least play well enough to get to his Special 1. All right, you see, back to back, almost Special 1s here. But now I can go in, and now it's over with. All that I'm going to be doing for the rest of this fight is stun locking her. Now, my Gambit is a 4-star. He's not even a 550. As you see from his PI, I think he's only rank 3. He might be rank 4. I don't remember. But I got him from the login crystal. He's the only 4-star I ever pulled. Well, no. I take that back. I think Loki was the first 4-star. I forgot where I got this Gambit from. But I never ranked him up. But as you can see, he can do it. Even if you have a 3-star Gambit, you can take this fight just this way. Get to that special 1 and then go in. Now, something to note, and I know I've heard this from a couple of people, they were having problems with his power. All right. Now, I want you to look at his power bar and also look at the combos that I'm doing. All right. So I don't do the same combo all the time. You see that? I did a medium, sometimes I'll do a full combo. It all depends on how much power I have on, on his power bar. All right, so like if he's really close to 2 bars of power, you want to fire off that L1 very quickly, and then you can just do a full combo and fire off your special 1. Just do a full combo, fire off the special 1 until you get around 1 bar of power after doing that, and then you want to do a medium, light, medium, and then maybe a full combo, and then fire off your special 1. All right, so like right here, you see how I didn't even have a bar of power when I started that? That's when I want to do a medium, light, medium, and then a full combo to get enough power, and then fire off the special 1. And so that's what you're doing in this fight. Wash, rinse, and repeat. So if you can rank up your Gambit, all that'll do is make this fight quicker. And with the free mastery recoveries and setup going on right now, I wanted to turn on suicides, but that would have killed him. He'd be gone by now. There's no way my 4-star Gambit, I don't even think a 5-star Gambit would survive this, but he would have to be doing a lot more damage. So maybe. I didn't try it. Didn't think it was a viable option. All right, so after that long fight, Emma is down. We didn't have to deal with her power gain or her special 1, except in the beginning. You had to evade, a few of them just to get to your special 1. And after that, you just had to pay attention. Now, there were times in one of my previous runs that I messed up. And I was so upset. But when fights go on long like that, it's almost mesmerizing. And I'll just be doing, the combos. And then I'll really almost be falling asleep. And then I'll wake up, kind of snap to myself when she's blocking it. And I'm like, wait, she's blocking a special. I was a little bit slow on it. And she made me pay. But in any case, that is the best way to do it if you have a Gambit. Now, this last Ultron, I'm going in here with my Winter Soldier. And this is actually the easiest Ultron that I had to fight. So you'll see here, he has Wolverine's animations. But now, the trick to this guy is that every time he fires off a special, he drains your power. Now, that is bad because of another buff on the node where when you go to 0 power, you're going to take a crazy amount of damage and it's probably going to kill you. All right, I don't know if you're going to survive it. I don't think I've seen anyone survive that. But fortunately, as long as you can maintain a good set of power, you're okay. So you see my bar going down, but as long as I have more than 1 bar of power, I'm okay when he throws his special. Now, this is one case where you do not want to bait out specials. So let me mention a little technique that will help you with that. You want to block as much as possible. You want to hold your block as much as possible. And the reason being, chances are the AI is not going to fire off a special when you're blocking. Now, they still might, but you don't want to keep yourself open too often, because then that invites them to fire off their specials a lot. And you want to build up as much power as possible, so don't fire any specials. And so that's why Winter Soldier was great here. But that's going to do it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Click like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you thought about this video. If you would like to support the channel, there are links in my description to help you do just that. I have a link to my Discord server. Come join the family. And you guys have a blessed day.